And welcome back to M Hood Fishing. So I'm out here with my good friend Alex, and we are in Shack Bay. Now we're outside of Thibodaux. Don't know the actual name of this body of water, but it is definitely a shoe pig spot and bass. So we're out here for solar noon, and we're going to be targeting shoe pig, bass, and then later on in this video probably some panfish. This is going to be a keeper session for obvious reasons. All right, so I want to get into this really fast because he's pulling them out left and right.
This one's all black with like anything.
And my speed crawl is all June bug. So we're both using speed crawls. I'm using, it's an OT1 32-ounce weighted swim bait hook. The reason why we're using such small baits is because with shoe pick, if you use a big bait, you're going to get your tails bit off. So you want to use a really compact bait. You're more likely to hook the fish that way, and you're not going to go through a lot of soft plastics. Like, I would love to be throwing a speed worm weightless right now, but it's way too windy, and these shoe pick are so thick in here, along with bass, my speed worms would just get wasted. There's a water moccasin somewhere over here, but I'm brave. It's a lot windier today than I thought it was going to be. Hopefully this wind lays down and we won't have so many problems, but right now it is what it is. So as you can see right here, I got all this weed right in front of me and vegetation. Now with shoe pick, they like to hang out right in front of this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast out that way around it and bring this speed crawl right in front of the weed line here, in front of this vegetation, and kind of hop it up, let it fall, hop it up, let it fall. You can't fish this too fast with that 32-ounce weight on there. If you do a medium to fast cadence, you're going to keep that crawl high in the water column, and you want it to go to the bottom because that's how you're going to mimic the natural behavior of a crawfish. They're not going to always be swimming like this, but they do. If you watch crawfish, sometimes when they're in a panic, they'll do a straight swim through the water column without touching the bottom. Some of you might be asking, what's a shoe pick? Well, it's the same thing as a bowfin. Some people, maybe my Texas fans, know it as a grindle. Wow, look at the dark colors on him. Slimy too.
Yeah, the water in here is always like this stain, so all the fish out of here are like beautiful.
Yeah. Did a bebop down the road. Whoa! Oh, he's there. There, got him. Got him. Just like that. I just had to put my bait in the right place. And oh, he took the bait too. Look at that. Man, I've been looking forever for you. That's a keeper. Nice. Look at that. So I am going to keep bass of this size. There is no size limit here on this particular body of water. It's under state regulations, which means you can get 10 of these and they can be any size limit, and that's not bad. That's not a bad, that's an eater size right there. I suppose I've figured out the pattern. It is after solar noon now. There's no activity out in open water, but there is activity here and there underneath cover. And so the pattern is that the fish are up underneath hyacinth and other vegetation that's floating on the water out here. And the trick is just to put the bait in front of them, and they will react. Well, you hope they do, right? You hope they do. That one did for sure. All right, let's move on and see how the day progresses. Did another bebop. We're along Highway 120 now, right on the parish line. Most of this is overgrown, not a lot of bank access, so I'm having to do weird things to make my cast. I'm going to kind of climb up in this tree a little bit, get positioned. I think I could handle this if I get a fish from here, maybe. Oh. Not a lot of casting room though. I kind of messed that first cast up. Oh, whoa, I got a fish like that. Whoa. I'm having to do some crazy stuff here. Did another bebop. This place is much quieter. This is Kramer. This is pretty much the same bayou that I was just fishing, I think. Yes. Oh. Oh, he's got me in there. Oh, Alex. Oh. How am I gonna get you out? How am I gonna get this fish out of here, man? Dang it. I love fishing stuff like this, but this is the danger of it. I got a nice fish here, a nice keeper. I think it's a bass. I'm gonna have to get my feet wet to get this fish. At least it's not winter time anymore. Oh, it's multiple trees. I think it's a nice dink. Oh, nice. Keeper. How are we gonna do? He's not the biggest bass in the world, so I don't know why we're freaking out, but I only have 2 more speed crawls in the bag. Here, take the... Oh.
The hook got jabbed into the branch.
All that for this little guy. I've switched to the red wiggler, drop shotting it like I usually do. There you go. That's not the biggest bluegill ever, but that is a good bit of cut bait right there. We want to show you this catfish Alex caught on Highway 120 while I was bank walking.
He's a little still alive. Man, that ice melted so fast. It's not a,
It's a nice cat.
nice channel cat.
Yeah. Just so nice looking coming out of that water. So dark. Always nice to get out and fish places that I've never fished before. Turned out to be a slow day, but really interesting spots that I pulled the fish out of. That was pretty interesting. Some of them really strange. So it's at the end of the day. We need to head back to New Corona. That's what I'm calling it now, because it's an epicenter of Corona. Oh, I'm thirsty for a Corona now. Shouldn't be. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Fish as much as you can right now. Fish as much as you can.